I'm late. This is Friday. I took a loss. I'm in no way, shape, or form mad about it. I took a good loss, right? And I reduced my risk greatly. And I'll show that in this trade recap and talk about why I'm not mad about the loss. But it should have been a win, but I'm not mad about the loss because I'll explain it. But this is my pre-market plan, pre-market analysis. It's today, a low probability day. I meant to put no in my head. I wrote it down here though. But I was bullish. My draw liquidity was Asia's high. Um, we were in this 1 hour bullish fair value gap. As you can see, this red box is the fair value gap. So I did this at 8:57. I wrote that I think it's pretty interesting here, as we had a possible London low of day setup with London low creating a S&T inside of this bullish fair value gap. So you see this S&T here, and but I knew that there was a possibility that market conditions wouldn't be on my side because just the way we've been delivering through price this week. I didn't trade Monday, Tuesday. Well, Monday was a holiday. I didn't trade Tuesday or Wednesday. Thursday, I had that issue about getting filled, but I was looking at the markets and I was like, I could see the conditions that we're in. So I said I was going to be cautious, and this time I actually heeded my advice, which means I'm learning, I'm improving, so I'm proud of that. I actually was cautious. We had news at 9:45 today, which is different than our usual 8:30 or 9:30 news. But as far as the mono go, like I said here, I've seen everything that I needed to see. Let's get into the charts. So, get on a higher time frame. So this is Asia high here. As you can see, these are equal highs, relative equal highs. So let's talk about the trade. How I took a loss. So we had this S&T going on here. I think it was really like from here to here. We had this S&T going on here. We swept liquidity inside of this 1 hour fair value gap. As far as I'm concerned, and this is the 4 hour view, look, before we went through that, look at this. Like we were just accumulating. Like as we can see here, let's go like I say 7, even 8 when I did it, right? My pre-market analysis. We're just accumulating here. So, but model wise, like what do I need to see inside of this fair value gap to take a trade? I had seen everything I needed to see, right? So now all I'm doing is waiting for 9:30 because I'm not taking a trade until 9:30. 9:30 comes, we tap back into this inefficiency here, right? So now I'm just looking to see the model inside of this 15-minute, right? Because time is price is fractal. I mean, so we have a S&T going on here at this point from here to here because ES is pushing, but NQ is lagging a little bit behind it. So we take this low here, and we get a change in the state right here, right? But I'm like, I want to see more confirmation, so I wait for price to aggressively close above this candle, right? And then we have this inverse here, right? So I'm like, okay, I want to see us push through that, right? And this is where price comes a little iffy. So we push through this 3 minutes before news, right? And then we got this big candle coming back down, right? So I'm like, that's not necessarily what I want to see. I want to kind of see us close above this, which we did. But I got kind of scared seeing that. But I really should have just entered here. My risk was low. This fair value gap here, my risk was low. And I trusted the draw. News should propel us to the draw, right? I really did trust the draw here. And so, and the thing is, I seen everything I needed to see. Price closed above this, so order flow is technically bullish. So, news comes out and just buys straight up into London high. I got a feel a little bit before this, like, I want to say my entry was like right here, like at the top of this candle, and then news expands, right? Or I got filled like somewhere in the news candle, I guess I should say. So let's say right here, right here. So we took out Asia's high, so my draw liquidity is right. Had I entered here, this would have been a winning trade. But I suspected us going higher to this 4 hour high. I'll show it here. This 4 hour high, because the way that we were respecting this fair value gap. Now I do know we had SMT here, but I was like, I'd rather the market just show me, right? So, well, I knew we had SMT later on, right? I'd rather the market just show me. So, I enter my position here. I enter my position here, right? And we come back down, and then we go back into profit. And we have this 1 minute SMT here, right? And so I'm watching this, and I'm like, One thing I've been working on is gauging order flow, right? This should be respected if my entry is valid, if my bias is valid, right? So when we come back down into this fair value gap, right? I'm like, okay, this should hold if we are truly bullish, right? And then we come back down and sweep the low. I'm like, okay, maybe this is turtle soup, right? But we get up here, and I'm like, I want to wait for the high to get taken before I put my stop here. But I see how close we are to that, and I'm like, okay, I'll just put my stop there. I put my stop there. I get stopped out for I think I lost like $40 there. And I was so happy because look at the rest of this. This just turns into a sell model, a higher time frame sell model. But overall, like this, if I entered here, which will come with experience and time, so I'm not mad about not getting in here, right? If anything, I'm more happy about managing risk because that's what will keep me in the game longer. I can win a trade. It's not really inherently difficult to win a trade. It's more difficult to risk manage, right? Making your losers smaller than your winners, right? You actually have to try harder than that. Not saying that you don't have to try hard to win trades, but if you know your model and your system down and you stick to it and you know it's profitable, over time you know you will win trades, right? So I'm not mad about not answering this. Yes, it would have been a winning trade because I would have took one con off here, trailed the rest, got out where I got stopped out. But compared to my losses last week and compared to my loss this week, I'm so happy about minus $40. But that's the trade recap. Thank you, guys.